your own radio. A quick look at our top stories this Sporting Friday morning. Updates from the anticipated US Open. Falconets finally arrive in Nigeria as NFF tenders apology to the team. UEFA Champions League draw. Barcelona drawn in group of death alongside Bayern Munich, Internazionale Milano, and Victoria Pleasant. Fixtures that are to come your way this weekend, and I will tell you all from the transfer updates as Nottingham Forest are planning a shocking move for Renan Lodi of Atletico Madrid. I am Mona who will be piloting this ship, definitely moving 360 degrees across the world of sports this morning. I'm not alone in the building. I have Benjamin with me. Benjamin, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Muna. Good morning, listeners. Welcome to Mega Sport on Omega 101.7 FM. In the Champions League season, we are glad that Champions League football is finally back.
Well, definitely, we are glad that Champions League football is back. Chelsea, Real Madrid, Liverpool, and PSG were unable to get easy pairings. But as for Barcelona, it is death calling at their doorstep. So quickly, beginning this morning, we'll start from the camp of boxing. Quickly, Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk are still back at it. Tyson Fury has still come out to say that Alexander Usyk deserves to be in the middleweight division and not in the heavyweight division. That he doesn't see him as a pound-for-pound boxer. He doesn't see anything fearful about Alexander Usyk, that he should be in the middleweight stand. So quickly, what do you think about this, Benjamin?
Well, I just believe that he's just like trying to challenge him, because I think Usyk to have defeated Joshua twice is not an easy fluke. Someone that can defeat Joshua, we know that is not someone that you can just write off when it comes to the heavyweight category. So for Usyk to have done that twice, I don't think that what Tyson Fury was said rather.
Now, quickly coming to counter you this morning, Tyson Fury said that Usyk is overhyped after beating Anthony Joshua, that he feels that Usyk is being overhyped by everybody, despite the fact he was defeated Anthony Joshua 2 times.
Then if he feels that Usyk is overhyped, so why don't you come and fight him? Why must you demand an outrageous sum before you come out of retirement? So I just believe that perhaps he's just trying to pull Usyk to give him that amount that he has been looking for, because he has come out to say yesterday that for me to come out of retirement, you need to pay me this £500 million. And I think that perhaps just using it as a bait to lure Usyk. Okay, no, one thing about boxers is this: boxers hate to be challenged. So once you give them this challenge that they are not fit to be in a category, they kind of still want to prove themselves right. So I believe that he's just trying to use that as a bait. Usyk has proven himself. He does not need anybody at all to tell him that yes, he's a very good fighter. He has proven himself twice, and I feel that Tyson Fury coming out to say this, I think he's just trying to use to lure Usyk.
Now, in the words of that, quickly, in the words of Tyson Fury this morning, Tyson Fury says, "I have no real interest in Alexander Usyk, some man that nobody can really say his name, a pumped up middleweight." That is what he called Usyk, a pumped up middleweight. It's not my fault that he has gone to batter Anthony Joshua, who is just a bodybuilder. He calls Anthony Joshua a bodybuilder. It's not my fault that it happened twice in a row. Those were the words of Tyson Fury. Now he says that there has never only ever been me. They try to compete, but they get to beat. There's no disrespect to Joshua, but at top level world class boxing, he just can't get the cut.
One thing about Tyson Fury that I always observe him is that he likes to brag. I feel that has been his weak point, because he's someone that he can easily tell you that you are not fit to be in this category. But oh yeah, come out and fight. You draw back. So I feel that he just trying. Imagine 2 insults now to 2 great boxers, calling Tyson Fury a bodybuilder. That was
he called Anthony Joshua a bodybuilder, and they said that Usyk is just a pumped up middleweight person. That is what he called Usyk.
When everybody's entitled to his opinion, we all know that Anthony Joshua is a great boxer. Forget the fact that he lost twice like Alexander Usyk, and then Usyk has proven himself twice. So whatever Tyson Fury feels about the 2 boxers is not what the general public feels about him. So I think he's just trying, like I said earlier, just trying to use as a fluke. And perhaps you feel, okay, Usyk now has the money. Perhaps let me just challenge him and then see whether he can release the money that I want to have. So I think
it's not actually usage that will release the money. It depends on. He says he wants $500 million, $500 million for pay per day views. That means the tickets and everything that's going to be sold for that encounter, his own share is going to be 500 million. That is what he wants.
Well, if he feels that Usyk is overrated or Usyk is a middleweight category fighter, why don't you come out? Why should you retire at the age of 33? Usyk is I think is approaching his late 30s. So for him to challenge someone who is a bit older than him, I feel that he's just trying to, like you rightly say, just trying to get that challenger to lure people to say, okay, yes, okay, since Tyson Fury, you have said this, okay, let us place a fight between you and Usyk. Let's see who will win. Now I feel that just trying to play his cards to know whether he can really get that money that he desires.
When you look at this that is happening currently now, don't you feel that with the way Tyson Fury is hyping up this whole fight, don't you think that this is a fight everybody would really, really, really want to see? Looking at the way Tyson Fury is going about shading Alexander Usyk and still shading Anthony Joshua.
Well, I believe that currently Tyson Alexander Usyk rather is the man of the moment, having defeated Joshua twice. So I believe every boxer who want to fight, and then Tyson Fury is one of these, who is one great boxer that everybody also want to fight. So the boxing world, and I also myself, I'm excited. I will be excited to see the two go into the ring and compete against each other. So it's going to be a good one. But like I said, Tyson Fury coming out to disrespect these two men, I believe he just entitled to his own opinion.
Well, let us see how it will go down, because we'll be hoping for that encounter to be fixed very, very soon. We're hoping that a date will be fixed very, very, very soon. Now, still talking about everything that has to do with fights and bouts, and to tell you that Leon Edwards was able to receive $50,000 bonus for his brutal head kick, which won him the fight against Kamaru Usman. Usman was the favorite prior to that encounter, but Leon Edwards shocked everybody and told us that I am underrated, and now I am going to be, and now I am the champion of the welterweight division. In the words of Leon Edwards, he says, "You said I couldn't do it. I put it into words, Joe, and I definitely was able to defeat Kamaru Usman." A particular man in the name of Joe told Leon Edwards that he was not able, he would not be able to defeat Kamaru Usman in that encounter, but he made sure that the man ate his words back, saying that you said I wouldn't do it, but now you have eaten your words.
You know, one thing about Leon Edwards' story is this. I've learned something about
him. He was very underrated.
Coming to that match, he was not given any chance against Kamaru Usman. But because Kamaru Usman was this fighter that everybody dreaded in the UFC. So coming out to say, and then coming out to like say, to prove his doubters wrong.
Yes.
And then feel that, and then getting this bonus, I feel he deserves it. And again, his story is a kind of inspiring one to anyone out there feeling that, okay, yes, that people maybe people might have underrated you, people might feel that you can't achieve anything. So whenever you come across your story, look at Leon Edwards and then get inspired. So I feel the story is more of an inspiring story and more of a story that deserves to be at least emulated.
Joe Rogan told Leon Edwards, you cannot defeat Kamaru Usman. And eventually Leon Edwards entered the ring and told him that you have to eat your words back.
Certainly, yeah.
Definitely. So let's see how we go, because Kamaru Usman would not be liking the face of all this, knowing that he, a former champion, is being rubbished and used as a stepping stone, because if you ask me, he was used as a stepping stone in the career of Leon Edwards. But let us see how Kamaru Usman will come out and say that he wants a rematch, or it will be looking for something bigger and greater. Now, moving over from the world of everything that has to do with fights and bouts, we are moving over to the tennis now. We're moving over to the US Open. Remember, August 29th, the US Open will kick off. And now, yesterday, it was confirmed that there will be no Novak Djokovic at the US Open. He has said that, sadly, I will not be able to travel to New York this time for the US Open. Thank you, the Novak Djokovic family, for your messages of love and support. Good luck to my fellow players. I'll keep in good shape and positive spirits and wait for an opportunity to compete again. See you soon, tennis world. Now, looking at the fact that Novak Djokovic did not appear at the US Open, he has already lost 1,300 points in the current ATP ranking. So it is going to affect him in the next ATP Rapid. But now, the next time we'll be seeing Novak Djokovic return is at the Davis Cup, where it's going to be countries bringing out two tennis players that would be representing the country at the Davis Cup. And there's any possibility that he's going to be taking on Spain's Carlos Alcaraz in the first duel of that encounter. It will kick off on the 14th of September. So quickly, what will be your words for Novak Djokovic, knowing that it is the Davis Cup that will be anticipated for Novak Djokovic's return?
Well, like I said, last time you asked me this question, I said Novak Djokovic is entitled to his own opinion, is entitled to his own philosophy. Perhaps he feels that the COVID-19 is against his belief, is against his life principles, against who he really is. So coming out to say, okay, yes, I won't be competing in the US Open. I feel it's a two-way thing. One, he's trying to maintain his life policy. And secondly, I feel it's a disadvantage because like I said, it's a big masquerade. So it's going to affect the popularity of the program, and then it's going to be a kind of bad influence to younger players to tell them, okay, yes, since Novak Djokovic can disobey authorities, then I can also disobey. So I feel that he missing away from that what I say US Open tournament is a bad one for him. Based on his ranking, and again in terms of being a role model to other people. And then coming to the Davis Cup, I feel it's going to be a good one for Novak Djokovic because he has enough time to rest. It's going to be refreshed going to that tournament. So and then facing Alcaraz, it's not going to be an easy one for him because Alcaraz is not a pushover when it comes to world tennis. So I would like to see him perform well in that.
Well, the Davis Cup is going to return on the 14th of September, and the US Open will be ending on the 11th of September. So Carlos Alcaraz, if he makes it to the final, he has only 3 days to rest till the Davis Cup. But if he crashes out in between the course of the tournament, he still has ample time to prepare for the Davis Cup, but not compared to Novak Djokovic. Now, still talking about the US Open, the first round, notable matches. As it stands now, the US Open has kicked off, but not really kicked off. The qualifiers are being played. Some players are playing qualifiers to know who their opponent, who they will be able to face in the first round. So currently, some notable tennis players don't have their matches as are now. They don't have their opponents as are now known, but later on they will still know because the qualifiers are still being played. But first round of matches that will play, Iga Swiatek will take on Jasmine Paoloni. We are going to see Ima Raducanu now. She's the US Open champion for the year 2019, and now she will be taking on Alice Cornet in her own encounter. Naomi Osaka is back, and she will be taking on Daniela Collins. Venus Williams will be taking on Alison Van der Yust in her own encounter. Venus Williams is also making a return back. Simona Halep is still yet to know her opponent because her opponent is currently playing the qualifier. So whoever it will be complicated later on. Coco Gauff as well still doesn't know her own opponent. Harmonitan will take on Bianca Andreescu. Harmonitan, remember, she was the one who defeated Serena Williams at the Wimbledon. And I have to tell you that lastly, Serena Williams will be taking on Danka Kovinic. Is there any pressure on the Williams sisters going into this US Open?
Well, I think there is no pressure for the Williams sisters, especially for Serena Williams, because this is going to be our last competition, because she has come out to say, yes, after the US Open, I'm calling it quit with tennis. So I would love to see her, because I think the reason why she stayed this long is because maybe she's aspiring to at least break that record of Margaret Taylor of 24 Grand Slams. She's currently on 23, so she needs just one Grand Slam to meet up Margaret Taylor. So I feel that she has everything to play for in this tournament, because this is going to be her last tournament, and she doesn't have any other chance after this to meet up that record. So she's going to give it her best. But if she does not win at all, if she does not get to clinch this title that she has been yearning for, or she has been hoping to get, I don't think that it will really say anything bad against her, because she's currently the second most, let's say, successful female tennis player after Margaret Taylor's, winning 23 Grand Slams. So I feel that she has won everything in the world of tennis. In fact, there is no competition she has not won when it gets to the tennis calendar. So she has won everything. And then, but this one, she would like to give that best, at least to break that record. So for the Williams sister, I don't see any pressure, because Venus Williams have achieved, Serena Williams have also achieved. So it's going to be there. But I feel Serena Williams will not just let this one to slide. She's
Well,
going to like give her best.
Talking about pressures, do you feel the young lads who have pressures on them? Someone like Coco Gauff, Simona Halep, Ima Raducanu, and world number 1 Iga Swiatek. Is there any pressure on them going into the US Open?
Certainly, the pressure will be on them because currently they would like to, okay, yes, and since Serena Williams is going to quit tennis, let me prove myself at least by winning the US Open. At least let me show that yes, I'm the right person to fit in the shoes of Serena Williams and Venus Williams. So there will be pressure for them. And then Naomi Osaka, she's one tennis player that I have this very soft spot for. Although she has not been consistent, but I'd love to see her, to see what she can bring to the table in the US Open. Perhaps she can get to the final and perhaps clean sheets.
Well, let's see how we go down now. In the men's category, Daniel Medvedev will take on Stefanos Kolovak. Nick Kyrgios will take on Tayanis Kokniakis. We are going to see Dominic Thiem, who has been away on injury. He makes a return to the US Open. He will take on Pablo Coreno Busta. Jack Draper will take on Emil Rusovi. Andy Murray will take on Francisco Cundelo. Casper Ruud will take on Kyle Edmund. We are going to see Cameron Norrie take on Benoit Paris. Rafael Nadal will take on Rinky Hijikata. And Carlos Alcaraz take on Sebastian Vettel. So that is how it is going to go down in the US Open. It will kick off. It has kicked off. Remember, I said it. 23rd of August is when it kicked off. It kicked off with the qualifiers, but the main US Open will kick off on the 29th of August and then to run up until the 12th of September. So that is how it is going to go down. Now, moving over from everything that concerns the European scene, tennis and boxing and every other sport. Now we're coming down to Africa. Now, remember yesterday we talked about the Falconets stranded at the airport in Istanbul, Turkey. But now they were able to make their return back to Nigeria. As at Wednesday night, they were able to make sure that they returned back to the country safely. And we are happy that they returned safely. Now, despite the whole thing, NFF has already tendered an apology to the girls, saying that they are very sorry for every hiccup that happened along their journey coming back from Costa Rica down to Nigeria. And talking about apologies, the Minister for Youth and Sport Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, made sure that he rewarded the team with a cash prize, and it was handed over to the head coach of the team. It was handed to the head coach of the team by his representative, Tony Ibitoye. He was the one who made sure that he said that they will make sure that they hand over the cash prize to the team. What will you talk about this gesture by the NFF?
Well, good one for the NFF. I think they have really righted the wrong. Perhaps after the backlash that they received from Nigerians yesterday and from us in the studio yesterday, perhaps they say, okay, yes, we did wrong. Let us correct our wrong by doing this. I feel, but my issue is this: we can't just continue to have this kind of stories. Must we always get it wrong before we get it right? Why don't we get it right at once and then leave all these trying to cover up all this damage control? I feel that what just happened to the with the NFL was just damage control. They were trying to like, okay, yes, Nigerians are now aware of this. We have received backlash from everybody. People are not happy about what we did to the team, and then let us correct it by doing this, by rewarding them. I feel this is not necessary. All these are not necessary because you can also reward them and do the right thing. There's nothing bad in it, but you rewarding them after you have done wrong. Many Nigerians will misinterpret. Okay, hey, look at them. They are trying to like maybe correct what they have done wrong because maybe because it has gone viral. My issue is this: we can't just continue to have all this kind of thing. Let us put it right and let us do the right thing when it comes to football. We are tired of salary issues. We're tired of all this unfair treatment of teams. We are tired of fans issues. We are tired of let's say any issues that have been affecting us all this while. Why don't we get it right? Perhaps the English football league or the league that are popular, they didn't do all this. They got it right, and then today they are one of the most popular popular leagues in the world. So we need to start getting it right. Let's stop doing things wrong before we do the right thing.
Well, in the NFF Secretary General Mohammed Sanusi said that we want you to know that Nigerians appreciate all of you, but we are saddened that you have to sleep over at the airport because of a reason that is beyond our control. The NFF did not book the team's tickets from Costa Rica. FIFA did. FIFA also did not envisage the hitches that saw the team delayed for more than 3 hours in Bogota and another 1 hour in Panama. By the time the team got to Istanbul, the flight to Abuja had already left. But that does not mean Mr. Sanusi also said that on the payment of old bonuses and allowances to the Falconets, the NFF's General Secretary, in the name of Mr. Sanusi, said that their payment is being processed and disbursements would be done together with that of the Super Falcons. That means the Super Falcons have not been paid. The Falconets are still yet to be paid. Is this a cause of worry?
Of course, certainly, Muna, this is a cause of worry, but good one for the NFF by saying, okay, yes, we are trying to process your payment.
For how long?
This is the problem you have been saying, Muna.
The Women African Cup of Nations, the WAFCON, ended, if I'm not mistaken, up to a month ago, where we saw a South Africa mention that they clinched the title. Now, after that, the Super Falcons till now have not been paid. What guarantee is it that the Falconets allowances would not linger for this same 1 month?
Well, in Nigeria, when it comes to the sports administration, anything, we don't trust anybody because they can promise and be given. Okay, let me go back memory lane. When the Atlanta 96 squad won the Olympics, they gave them promises, and today most of them complain that we have not received those promises.
Funny enough, a particular reward was given to them, if I'm not mistaken, some months back, where they were given pieces of land, saying that it was a promise by the then regime to the Atlanta 96 was, and they were given that recently after how many years of waiting. But now, let's not talk about promises. We're talking about the main thing here: allowances, bonuses, and salaries.
Well, if the NFF say, okay, yes, we are ready to pay you, let's just hope, because for me, anything in the NFF, when it comes to salary issues, I don't trust them. To be sincere, I don't trust, because we have had issues where they promise, where they say, okay, they will pay, and at the end, you see players going on strike, going on protest, say, pay all this money. You have promised us. See, Muna, in football is just like any business. You sign an agreement that, yes, you will pay this player this money. Then why should you renege on your promises? Why should you go back on your promise? I feel that these are the kind of news we should not be hearing. We are tired of hearing players promise and yet not being fulfilled. It's a cause of worry, Moon, I must say.
Well, now, still talking about cash and everything that has to do with payment. Remember, I said that the Minister for Youth and Sport Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, he was absent, but his representative was there in the name of Mr. Tony Bitoye. And I told you that the head coach of the Falconets in the name of Christopher Musa Danjuma, we received the gift, the cash envelope that was given to them, and they said that it was a personal gift from Mr. Sunday Dare to the team. Now, looking at this gesture from Mr. Sunday Dare, the Minister for Youth and Sports Development, what would you say about it? Well, giving the team a cash compensation due to all the worry and everything that happened to them. What would you
from the point of Mr. Sunday Dare, I must appreciate him for a philanthropic act, because he has come out to say, yeah, this is not from the NFF. This is from my own personal pocket. But my issue is this. Let's not be that tomorrow now, if the Falconets protest, they'll say, okay, after all, we have given you something. This is not NFF who gave them any money. This is one man's, philanthropic act. So NFF should not claim that, yes, we have paid you some amount. Make do with it for the meantime. This is not NFF paying at all. This is Mr. Sunday Dare's. It was stated categorically clear that it is Mr. Sunday Dare's money, not NFF money. So we don't want to hear that tomorrow now, okay, NFF has come out to say, okay, yes, we have given you some amount, make do with it, manage it for the meantime until you get your money. No, we don't want to hear that. Pay the girls their money, they deserve it. Pay our athletes. We don't want to be hearing all these kind of stories. We are tired of, okay, if you continue to hear this story, then what is the assurance that people in diaspora or up and coming artists or players who want to play for Nigerian national team? It's really a cause of worry, Muna, must confess.
A very, very, very big cause of worry, if you ask me. Now, still talking about Mr. Sunday Dare, ever since his emergence as the Minister for Youth and Sports Development, have you been impressed with the way he has been running his office?
Well, to be sincere, if I were to rate him, I would rate him just 50% 100. Because he has had, when I say, well, I won't blame entirely on him, because I feel one man does not do everything on his own.
Yes,
he's just there as perhaps giving orders. But what about those that are meant to carry out the orders? I feel the fault is not entirely from Mr. Sunday Dare. It's from those who have been mandated to carry out those activities. Now, my issue is
but wait, when you look at the way we were able to perform well at the just concluded Commonwealth Games, you will notice he is the Minister for Youth and Sports Development. He was able to fashion out acclamation. Now, if you look at our medal haul at the Commonwealth Games, was excellently well. Now, do you feel if the NFF elections is done and a new set of committee is brought up, and he being the Minister for Youth and Sport Development, working with the NFF, we'll be able to see very, very good changes in our footballing aspect, just as we have seen changes in our athletics
well, Muna, let me
aspect.
correct you by saying that if Mr. Sunday Dare was the architect of us performing well.
I won't say he was really the architect, but he had a role to play.
Which role? Okay, now let me ask you, which role, Muna? Is the minister? Just, yes. Okay. Now let me ask something. Is the minister, but was he the one that spoiled the team? See, let me know something. Some during the Commonwealth, if you have forgotten, some athletes complained that they were not given the right treatment, that they were not given a lot of. In fact, some had to wash their jerseys or whatever they wear for the games. And you tell me that it's the minister that did this? I think what really helped us in the Commonwealth Games was not the minister at all. It was not the administration. It was the passionate spirit of the athletes to say, okay, yes, let us put Nigeria on the world map. Not the minister at all. So the minister should not have any credit for what he didn't do. But like I said, you can't blame him that. Okay, for instance, now look at the Falconets. It must have been ordered. Okay, yes, and maybe giving delegates to go and welcome Falconets home. What now? He can't be the one giving orders and still be the one to go out there to the airport and bring them back home. Some people have been mandated to do so. So you can't blame entirely on him. So that's why I will say I give him 50%. Now, I'll give 50% because in his time, we have had fans struggle. In his time, we have had, will I say,
you've had fans trouble. Yes. That is the NFF's work, not the Minister for Youth.
But he's also the part of the minister. He's the number one when it comes to sports.
But the main body, the main body, you're forgetting this thing, but the main body for everything football is the NFF. So the NFF have to get their house. Like, he is the general overseer to make sure that, okay, yes, this thing goes well here, but there is another head inside that NFF. I won't understand you giving him 50%, but all we will just try to see is let us hope for more development and changes in our own sporting activities. We hope that we will keep doing well in other sporting events, just as we were able to do at the Commonwealth Games, but we need to participate in more sport. Now, talking about Africa, the Women's Under-20s World Cup, do not forget, it is still underway, despite the fact that our Falconets are out. In the early hours of today, we're able to see Spain and Netherlands go head-to-head. Spain defeated Netherlands 2-1 in that encounter. And surprisingly, Japan defeated Brazil, the same scoreline, 2-1. And now a final has been set up between Spain and Japan on the 28th of August. That game is going to be in the early hours by 4 a.m. and the encounter between Netherlands and Brazil will be at 12:30 a.m. on the same 28th of August. That'll be in the early hours of the following day. Now, quickly, what are we to expect from this final? Spain versus Japan. Japan finished excellently well in their group. Spain as well. They were able to grind out qualifying from.
Well, if there's any team at all that deserves to win this under-20 competition, that should be Japan. Because from their group stage, remember, aside from the Super Falconets, the only team that came up with 100%, will I say, 100% record in the group stage was Japan.
Yes. So they were in the same group with Netherlands.
Yes. So they deserve every accolade so far. So I feel that for everything that puts out, where all their good work so far, they deserve to win Spain. But it's not going to be a good one because I saw Spain play against, the Netherlands. They were, and that is why. See, I am going to the Netherlands versus Super Falconets. I feel that what really, so what really made us to lose that game was not the fact that we didn't have prolific goal scorers.
Yes, I know that was a very clear.
The Holland's defense, they were not spectacular, and that was what Spain capitalized on, and then what happened? Before you know it, the 2 goals, there were 2 goals advantage before Netherlands were able to pull one back. So it was. I feel that Netherlands going to that Spain going to face Japan. One thing that helps Spain that I feel that can help them is that the fact that they can score. But Japan has a solid defense, and they can also They can also score too as well. So it's going to be a crack, and then that's Brazil versus Netherlands. I would love to see Brazil win that game.
Let us see how that encounter is going to go down. The August FIFA rankings were done, and I will have to tell you that Nigeria is still 31st in the world at this one and still fourth in Africa because there was a period of inactivity in terms of international games. But September, it promises to be back as usual. So Super Eagles are still rated 31st in the world. Now, quickly, the UEFA Champions League draws were done yesterday. Group A, listed quickly. Group A, Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers. Group B, Porto, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Leverkusen, and Club Brugge. Group C, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Victoria Pleasant. Group D, Eintracht Frankfurt, Tottenham Hotspur, Sporting CP, and Olympic Marseille. Group E, AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, and Dynamo Zagreb. Group F, Real Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Celtic. Group G, Manchester City, Sevilla, Dortmund, and Copenhagen. And lastly, Group H, PSG, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa in the UEFA Champions League. Quickly, Chelsea occupying with AC Milan, Salzburg, and Dynamo Zagreb. Do you see any upset in that group?
Well, I don't see any upset because I feel that the AC Milan that we have now is not the AC Milan that we feel that can disappoint us. So in that group, it's going to be an easy walk in the park for both Chelsea and AC Milan. But I feel AC Milan is going to top that group.
Group C, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Victoria Pleasant. The last time Barcelona and Bayern Munich were in the same group last season, Barcelona crashed out and went to the UEFA Europa League. It was Bayern and Benfica that qualified from that group. Are we going to see the same thing repeat itself again this coming season?
Well, Muna, I feel you're trying to avoid something. The A2. I know.
Why do you want to rub it in my face?
I know you won't mention it. Now, coming to this now, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and then Inter. Of course, the whipping guys or team that will be Victoria Pleasant. Now, coming to Bayern, Barcelona, and Inter Milan, it's going to be a tough one. In fact, that group is going to be a tough one because the Bayern Munich now, they don't have Lewandowski, and Lewandowski will move over to Barcelona. So perhaps Lewandowski has that, and I say that formula against his former team, which is Bayern Munich. So I see Bayern obviously topping that group because they have the likes of Mane, Müller, and Coman, other prolific scorers. So it's going to be Bayern Munich, and then between Barcelona and Inter, going to be a tough one, but I see Barcelona edging it out because Barcelona, I think Xavi is cooking something. So I feel Barcelona is going to be Barcelona and Bayern Munich.
Well, quickly, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers, and Ajax. Victor Osimhen in the UEFA Champions League. Calvin Bassey in the UEFA Champions League for Ajax. What are we to expect? Will Napoli shock Liverpool this season?
Well, this is going to be a tough group as well. Let's not forget that Napoli are in good form. In fact,
that's what I'm saying.
In the league this season, they've won at least 3 of, let's say, 2 of their opening matches. So it's a good one for them. And then Liverpool have not been so prolific. They're having problems with their midfield. Injury will set in player before the match, and then coming to Ajax, let's not forget that Ajax are 4-time Champions League winners, so they are not new to this stage. And let's not forget what they did 2 seasons ago when they went on to the final, or like the semi-final of the Champions League. So it's a good one for them, but I feel that it's going to be a tough one between Napoli and Ajax. Liverpool obviously will top that group. I don't see any team between among these teams.
Remember, Rangers are just coming back to the Champions League. Their last appearance is 2010-2011.
Well, I don't see Rangers pulling up any surprises. But they're just going there to just represent. So it's going to be
okay. Quickly, Tottenham Hotspur, Eintracht Frankfurt, Sporting, and Marseille in Group D. Antonio Conte now with his big guns Tottenham. Do you see them making a qualification to the round of 16?
Well, you know one thing about Tottenham. Tottenham they're like Arsenal. When you give them that let's say that privilege or that let's say respect, or you feel that they can pull up something, they end up disappointing you. But when you have let's say underrated them, you don't think that they can give anything to a match. That way you see them playing well. So Tottenham has that problem of consistency. We are always seeing it. So it's gonna be, but for everything that Conte has done, for his new signings, I think he has Richarlison, he has Son, he has Kane. So I feel Tottenham is going to be a difficult one between Eintracht Frankfurt and Marseille. Let's not forget what Frankfurt did against Barcelona last season. So it's going to be a tough one. I see when I say this team Tottenham and then Perhaps Frankfurt. Marcel will not pull any surprise.
Well, quickly, PSG, Juventus, Benfica, Maccabi Haifa. Do not forget, Benfica were deadly when they were with Barcelona and Bayern in the last group stage.
Well, that was because Barcelona were not in top form. So I don't see any surprise. It's not going to be PSG and
Juventus.
And Juventus. But the issue now, who will not top the group? I feel that PSG has all it takes to top that group.
And lastly, Man City, Sevilla, Dortmund, and Copenhagen. Erling Haaland will be facing Borussia Dortmund back in this play. And Sevilla, they lost Jules Kounde, Diogo Carlos, and most of their key players in the transfer market.
My only issue is this: why do Man City get easy pairings always? Why don't they get
just their luck?
No, it's not been their luck. I feel that something is really going on that UEFA that they're here to tell us. Every season, Man City always have this easy pair and they have what they call a smooth ride in the group stage. So it's going to be Man City, obviously.
So,
and between Dortmund and Sevilla, I feel that Sevilla, they are going to draw because perhaps they are the Europa League. They're not
Europa League giants.
So it's going to be Man City and Dortmund.
Or quickly, Real Madrid, Leipzig, Donetsk, and Celtic. Obviously, it's Madrid and Shakhtar Donetsk for you, right?
No, I feel it's going to be Real Madrid and Celtic.
Celtic.
Yes, I feel that Celtic have they know how to play against their average ranked team, their equally ranked team. So it's going to be Real Madrid, obviously, and see Celtic doing something.
Well, let's see how to go down with the UEFA Champions League. It is going to kick off on the 6th of September and it will end on the 2nd of November for the group stages. Now, yesterday, Karim Benzema won Player of the Year award for the UEFA Champions League. Ancelotti was Manager of the Year for the men category. Alexa Putellas won the Player of the Year for the women's category, and Sabina Weidman won the women's UEFA Manager of the Year award for the women's category because of her historic feat with the England national team. And they just concluded women's Euros. Real Sociedad want to sign Omar Sadiq as a replacement for Alexander Isak, who just joined Newcastle United yesterday. He finished his medicals yesterday. So big one for Omar Sadiq, quickly, if you ask me.
Well, I feel that it's not a time for him to make that move because yesterday they just lost Isak, and they feel that okay, yes, Omar Sadiq is the right player to replace Isak. But I feel he should just at least stay put in America, prove himself for at least one more season.
Real Sociedad is an upgrade. He will play with other players who have more experience. He will play with David Silva, who will feed him the passes, and this would be able to up his game as a striker.
But I forgot the pressure. Remember that Isak was
there's no pressure in Real Sociedad.
But currently they lost their key striker. Good. So they want to replace get
someone who can fill in the shoes.
Not even that can fill immediately. Because is the kind of player that it takes time before he brings it to the table. So I feel he should stay put at America. Perhaps next season, if you guys are still interested, they can now come and get.
Well, let's see how to go for Omar. So the quickly results of matches that were played yesterday: Europa Conference League qualifying stages. FC20 played 0-0 against Fiorentina. So Fiorentina have qualified for the Europa Conference after winning 2-1 on aggregate. West Ham defeated Viborg 3-0, and they've qualified for the Europa Conference League after winning 6-1 on aggregate. Villarreal defeated Hajduk Split in a game where Samuel Chukwueze scored. They won on aggregate 6-2. The fixtures that are to come your way today, which is Friday. Luton Town will be taking on Sheffield United in the Sky Bet Championship by 8 p.m. Freiburg will take on Bochum by 7:30 p.m. in the German Bundesliga. In the French League 1, Lille will be taking on Ajaccio by 8 p.m. And in Spanish La Liga, we'll see Girona take on Celta Vigo by 7 p.m. Real Betis will take on Osasuna by 9 p.m. And in the Italian Serie A, we'll see Monza take on Udinese by 5:30, and Lazio will take on Inter Milan by 7:45 p.m. today. Friendly matches are placed. Qatar will take on Jamaica by 4 p.m. Quickly, in transfer updates before we open up the phone lines, Isak has completed his Newcastle medical, as I said earlier on, as he's already a Newcastle player for a record fee of £58 million. Dele Ali has joined Besiktas on loan for the rest of the season from Everton as it stands now. PSG have agreed Juventus loan for midfielder Leandro Paredes will be heading to Juventus from PSG on a loan move. Nottingham Forest are still in the transfer market as they want to sign Renan Lodi from Atletico Madrid on a loan transfer. Everton are in advanced talk to sign Neil Maupay from Brighton and Hove Albion. Roma are interested in signing Saul Niguez of Atletico Madrid on a loan move in order to cover up for Wijnaldum, who is currently injured. And to tell you that Tottenham also are looking to hijack the bid for signing Lucas Paqueta of Lyon. So Umtiti has already completed a loan move to Lecce in the Italian Serie A, and Nicolas Pepe has joined OG Nice in the French Ligue 1 on a loan move up until the end of the season, and he will return back to Arsenal after that. Fulham want to sign Livin Kurzawa of PSG. They want to sign him permanently to the team, and I've told that Galatasaray have made an offer for Mauricio Icardi already. Manchester United are interested in Asensio, as Carlo Ancelotti has said that Asensio wants to leave the team at this point. Dubravka of Newcastle is going to be joining Manchester United on loan for the rest of the season to be able to compete with David De Gea for a starting spot. And lastly, I am to tell you that Papastopoulos, the Greek German, is still going to stay with Borussia Dortmund up until the year 2024. 0815-1017-777 or 0907-112-1017. Quickly, if you are watching us live on Facebook, you will also send text a message. You can also send us messages as well on Facebook. Francis Usonaman is saying that good morning, guys. I can really say a big welcome to our Super Falconets after their journey that was halted in Costa Rica, but finally they are back home. Thank you very much for your comments this morning. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Please turn down the volume of your radio set. Good morning to you. Quickly, your name and location. I can hear you. Quickly, your name and location. 0815-1017-777 or 0907-112-1017. If you're watching us live on Facebook, you'd also drop your comments on our Facebook page as well. Hello, good morning to you. Well, sorry, we lost that call. 0815-1017-777. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Morning, Benjamin. Good morning, welcome. I'm Bernard Walker. You're welcome. But the apology tendered by the NFF for the delayed use of the Falconets after the answer from the World Cup, it's like tapping the snake after it anticipates somebody. I want to say that they intentionally abandoned the Falconets because the answer means that the other one has ended. And whatever caused the Falconets to return to Nigeria as you is, to me, one of the reasons the nation to replace the present NFF with people who know what it takes to administer people is some overdue. Man you for life. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much for your contribution this morning. Good morning, Mona Benjamin. Undefeated Gypsy King Tyson Fury is not far from the truth. One thing with him is that he matches words with deserved action of the mega fight between him and UCL. NFF and money are like cats and mouse relationship. They should pay the Falconets their deserved entitlement. Chelsea has a fair draw in the Champions League, but they should watch it and not rest on their oars. This is the Champions League. Uwosu Esidawa from Aaron Dizogo. Good morning. NFF is just like a tortoise who always has one funny or negative stories to tell. The officials of NFF have always succeeded in painting Nigeria black. Undoka from Olu. Thank you very, very much. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, hello, good morning to you. Hello? Good morning to you. I can hear you quickly. 0815-1017-777 or 0907-112-1017. You can also drop your comments on our Facebook page as well. Good morning, Madam Benjamin. I am Kingsley Nuebe. I joined the show very late. Please, which clubs are in Liverpool's group in the UEFA Champions League? Which club is Liverpool playing against? Dave, no problem. Quickly, still talking about the UEFA Champions League. I'll tell you that Liverpool are with Ajax, they are with Rangers, and they are also with Napoli. Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, and Rangers are in Group A of the UEFA Champions League. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. 0815101777 or 0907112117. Watching us live on Facebook, you could also drop your comments on our Facebook page. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I can hear you quickly.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I can hear you. 0815101777 or 0907112117. Well, quickly, what do you feel should be the next agenda for the Falconets at this point, knowing that they have crashed out? Do you think they should engage themselves in friendlies or just rest at this point?
Well, for now, I think that they need some bits of rest, perhaps to just let's say remove their mind away from disappointing exit from the World Cup. So they perhaps after maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks of rest, the NFF should fix friendlies for them, and those who played very well should be upgraded quickly to the Super Falcons. And the likes of Onyezide, the likes of let's say Sebastian, they showed exploit, and they should be upgraded perhaps to give the likes of Aisat Oshoala, Desire Opaunoze, and some other players like that, they maybe run for the money, and please to boost the Super Falcons quality.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
For the Super Falcons, they are welcome to Nigeria.
Falconets.
My advice to them is if they see any good movement outside Nigeria, they should move and continue their trade here. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much for your contribution. Chinagoram Christian saying that good morning. I'm testing from Umeze. Thank God for safe journey for our Falconets. Forget NFF. They know what they are doing. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Quickly, I can hear you. Drop your contribution.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Well, Namdi Chinaza on our Facebook page saying that Group C is definitely the group of death, but I don't think it will be easy for Bayern to repeat the 8-2 draw bid against Barcelona. Do not forget it is 10-2 because the first leg ended 2-0. Do not forget, so it is 10-2. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Quickly, I can hear you. Well, congratulations to Karim Benzema. The message is once you keep the job doing, sooner or later, your reward will arrive. Umnandi Chinaza texting us on live on Facebook. Well, thank you very much. Definitely, Karim Benzema has been rewarded for all his efforts that he put in for Real Madrid in the previous season.
Well, a good one for him and good one for Carlo Ancelotti winning the UEFA Player of the Year and the UEFA Manager of the Year. They both deserve it, especially for Karim Benzema. See, if there's anyone that should win the Ballon d'Or this season, it should be Karim Benzema because he has put everything. He won everything that it is to win. So he deserves it.
Victor Chibai, Barcelona is going to top the group with 100% performance. Visca Barca Men's Square Club. Thank you very much for your contribution on Facebook. Well, quickly, Benjamin, your last words this morning as we cut the wrap up on the show.
Well, my last word is this: the NFF should stop all these embarrassing, let's say, activities. They are really painting someone has texted you. He said the NFF are painting the nation black. Obviously, they are painting the nation black because you can't come and keep on doing this and expect us to be happy as fans. Let us get the right thing. Let not always do the right thing after the injury might have happened. Let's always prevent bad happenings from taking place. And then good one for Manchester United. I think that really let's say serious about the transfer business currently.
Well, let us see how it is going to go down. Remember to catch those round of matches that are to come your way today. Luton Town against Sheffield United, Freiburg up against Bochum, Ajaccio taking on Lille, Girona taking on Celta de Vigo, Real Betis against Osasuna, Monza, Udinese, and Lazio taking on Internazionale later tonight by 7:45 p.m. On behalf of Benjamin, I am not telling you that you should keep staying sporting. Remember, keep doing sporting activity. This helps to relieve you of stress. Tomorrow will be the weekend edition of the show. Benjamin will put us on the right tomorrow, taking us 360 degrees around the world of sports. On behalf of Benjamin this morning, I will be telling you that keep staying sporting and bye-bye for now.